Okay, cool. And what was your proposed amount for the cash medical under this government plan?
140.
Is that on the system too?
Yes, now it is.
Okay. You tell me he had other two kids, right? You saved that too?
I put it under one child, one additional child. You want me to save it under for two?
Yeah, so it can trigger my memory. And you still have the calculations for your retro and everything, right? Because I'll ask you about that.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
This is called number 2020-65341 in the interest of Gracie Benavides. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Paulina Benavides is connecting to audio.
I'm connected through phone as well, Judge.
She must have logged out, Your Honor, and logged back in.
Miss Benavides. Miss Benavides. I can't hear you. Turn your audio on.
Your Honor, I've also spoken with Miss Benavides before we started and asked her to stop driving. Could you instruct her to pull
She's
over
driving?
and stop driving while we're doing? She was driving, and I don't think it's safe.
Miss Benavides. She's driving.
Yes. I'm sending her a message. Arnold, can you try to call her by phone and ask her to pull over and cut on her audio?
Yeah, I just sent her a chat, text to, or a chat to connect her audio.
Yeah, I sent her one too. Can you try calling her phone number on the system?
It goes straight to voicemail, and we cannot leave a message.
Sorry, I'm unable to take
She
your call.
finally messaged
This
back.
is Paulina.
She finally messaged back. We can't. She's gonna have to log out and log back in. Log out and log in. See audio. Also, you can stop. I just tried to send her a message back and it's saying she's not in the meeting.
I think she's in.
Yeah. Unmute yourself, Miss Benavides. You're muted now.
Okay, I couldn't hear anything.
Put your video on, Ms. Benavides.
You'll need to start your video.
Ms. Benavides,
Yes, sir.
are you driving?
Yes.
You're wasting the court's time. Pull over.
Yes, sir.
Stop.
Give me a second. I'm pulling over. Give me a second. There we go.
I can't see you.
Give me a minute. Now you can see me. Go ahead. Here.
I cannot see you, Ms. Benavides.
All right.
Quit doing what you're doing and stop the car.
I'm not driving.
Well, who's driving?
My friend.
Stop the car.
You have to pull over. Métete para allá. Dale por la izquierda. She's gonna pull over right now. Sí, métete aquí. A la derecha. There we go. Give me a second, mommy. Right here. Mas quédate aquí, no puedes parar. There we go.
Raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Paulina Benavides, and I'm the mother of the child.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Gerardo Zuniga, and I'm the father of the child.
All right, and for the state?
Marcella Turner.
Ms. Benavides?
Yes, sir. I got it. Yes, I'm listening. I'm just getting a pen and a paper and moving forward.
Why is this such a problem?
No, I was getting a paper, but now I'm ready.
Now you're ready.
Yeah.
The third time you've said that. I can't see you.
Right.
All right, are you set? You're not moving anymore? You're not driving anymore?
No, I'm not driving.
All right. For the state? Representative?
Marcella Turner.
All right, and
Marcella Turner.
okay. We have a petition to establish parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
We do have one stipulation, Your Honor, but before I read that, there is one more party that needs to make their appearance known on the record. Mr. Benavides, the presumed father.
Yes, this is Levi Benavides.
All right, raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Now, Ms. Turner, please identify yourself, sir. Sir, please identify yourself.
My my name is Levi Benavides. I am not Paulina Benavides' husband.
All right. Now, Ms. Turner.
Yes, Your Honor. May I proceed?
Yes.
All parties have had an opportunity to review the DNA testing report, which is also on court with the file, which excludes Mr. Benavides as the father and which does not include Mr. Zuniga as the father of the child before the court.
Court will note
The
that the
parties-
DNA test report, court will note that the alleged father, Levi Benavides, is excluded as the biological father of the tested child, and that Gerardo Zuniga, the alleged father, is not excluded as a biological father of the tested child. The tested child, being Gracie Benavides, was the subject of this suit.
And the parties have agreed to establish the parent-child relationship between the child and the father, Mr. Zuniga. And Your Honor, the state would ask at this time if Mr. Levi Benavides could be excused from the hearing now that his appearance has been made.
Yes, Mr. Benavides, you are excused. You can, get off of the hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's proceed.
All right, if the state could proceed, we would like to call Ms. Benavides to the state.
All right.
Ms. Benavides, how old is the child before the court today?
It's a year and 3 months.
And the child primarily reside with?
Me, the mother.
And when's the last time Mr. Zuniga saw the child?
In December.
Okay. And do you believe that you and Mr. Zuniga could come together as parents and co-parent this child together?
Not at the moment.
And why is that?
He's not acknowledge or have any feelings towards the baby. He rejects the baby.
But you just testified that he just saw the child in December, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
So if he's coming to see the child, is that not an acknowledgement of the child?
No, ma'am, because his parents has to enforce him to see the child. It's not voluntarily.
Okay, and do you believe that you and Mr. Zuniga should have equal parenting rights or decision-making rights as it relates to this child?
No, ma'am, I don't believe that.
And why is that?
He did not care for the baby
Okay.
and has not shown any attempts to care for the baby nor be in the baby's life.
And the DNA testing that was done, that was just done earlier this year, is that correct?
I believe so.
So is it safe to say that if he asked for DNA, that there maybe perhaps there was a possibility that he wasn't for sure if the child was his?
Is it fair to say what? Can you repeat the question?
If Mr. Zuniga requested DNA, is it safe to say that perhaps at one point he thought the child was not his?
No, it would not be fair.
Even though you yourself have stated that the child's last name is Benavides, which is your last name, correct?
Yes, that's my legal name. Yes, ma'am.
And in regards to the last name, are you asking this court to order that the child's last name remain Benavides?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you disagree with the child carrying the dad's last name in any form? Maybe like as a hyphenated name?
I just don't. My main concern to
Objection, non-responsive. Objection,
Listen
non-responsive.
to the question, ma'am.
So can you
Do you-
please repeat the question again?
Do you disagree with the child carrying the father's last name in any form, even if it's through a hyphenated name.
Yes, ma'am, I
But you're-
disagree.
And so you believe that even though a man that you're currently married to but separated from should continue to carry, your child should continue to carry his name as opposed to her biological father? Is that what you're stating?
No, that's not what I'm stating.
Okay, so
My
what are
birth
you saying?
certificate says Benavides. I'm Benavides. It's not my husband's name or ex-husband. And we are not just separated. We're only waiting on the final decree for divorce, but we're not married no more. So my birth certificate is stating as Benavides. That's my name, nobody else's names.
Okay.
Is
So
there a
you and
divorce
your-
pending in this matter?
No,
I
Your
couldn't-
Honor, not that I'm aware of. This time I've heard of this.
Ms. Benavides, is there a divorce pending in this matter?
Yes, sir. We're
What
only
what
waiting
court?
on the, I think it's court 507. I'm not quite sure.
507th maybe?
Yes, I think that's the court number.
All right, I'm gonna transfer this to the 507th District Court.
Your Honor, and just for clarification, I believe the clerk has just messaged me. I think it might be the 257 point, and not the 507 for the divorce.
All right.
Sure.
Mm.
And Your Honor, one other thing, since Mr. Benavides, Levi Benavides has made an appearance on the record and all parties have agreed that he's the father, would the court be willing to allow us to do the referral to district with the temporary order for establishment?
Yes, but I'm not gonna deal with any other issues at this point.
That's fine, just to establish Mr. Zuniga as the father and nothing else.
All right, well, I mean, that's stipulated, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. $357th, is that what it is?
257th, and it's under cause number 2021-00992.
All right, this matter is transferred to the 257 District Court and DRO mediation is ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes.
Mr. Zuniga and Ms. Benavides, log back into the other Zoom for me.
Okay.
And the temporary order as well, just for establishment, correct, Your Honor?
Yes. There is a stipulation that Gerardo Zuniga has established the father of the child, Gracie Benavides. Temporary orders to that effect will be entered.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're going to submit that order. Is that correct? Well, she's gone.
She's going.
All right.
Judge, may I ask Ms. Parker something? Logistics.
Sir?
May I, this is Attorney Richard Garza. I need to speak to Ms. Parker on some logistics of getting my
Yes,
client on the
sure.
Zoom.
Sure.
Ms. Parker, you gave me
That
the
affects
Zoom
the
number, but
Yeah.
he needs a phone number. He only has a phone.
Well, he can, okay, so whatever number he called in to get into the first Zoom, he calls that number again and just puts in the number that I gave you as the meeting ID. The number that Zoom number doesn't change. Whatever number he called in to get into the first Zoom, that doesn't change. He just puts in this new meeting ID number.
Okay, let me get him computer. Hold on.
Is this going to be the Amaya case, Ms. Parker?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Trying to pull it up. Are all the parties?
Sorry, Judge. We're trying to get my client to get on.
All right.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Mr. Amaya.
This is a petition to establish parent-child relationship.
Yes, Your Honor. We already have
Okay.
there's already temporary orders in this case. We're doing
Yes.
final orders right now.
I see that. Okay.
And there's only 2 issues really. Does he still have that phone number, Miss? Oh, there he is.
That might be him.
Mr. Amaya, can you unmute yourself by pressing *6? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor,
He's on telephonically. Is that correct?
Yes,
That's
Your
correct,
Honor.
Your Honor.
All right. Hold on. Okay, this is called number 2020-22690 in the interest of Julio Cesar Amaya Jr. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Antoinette Gutierrez, I'm his mother.
All right, and council representative mother, please identify yourself.
My name is Rosalind Curtis. I represent the mother, Antoinette Gutierrez.
All right, sir, please identify yourself and your relationship to the child.
My name is Julio Amaya. I'm the father.
And representing the father.
Richard Garza, and I represent Julio Amaya.
All right, representing the state.
Sharday Parker, Your Honor.
We have a final hearing on a petition to establish a parent-child relationship. Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Can
Your
you
Honor,
read them into the record, please?
Yes. The parties stipulate that Mr. Amaya is the father. The parties stipulate to them having joint managing conservatorship with Ms. Gutierrez being the conservator with the right to determine the primary residence within Harris and contiguous counties. The parties stipulate to a standard possession order. The parties stipulate to the new current child support amount in the amount of $312. The new current medical support amount in the amount of $84. The parties also stipulate that based on those temporary order amounts, there are no arrearages. The parties stipulate that that there is $245 in medical bills. There's a portion of the medical bills, which is $245 since that Mr. Amaya owes the $245 for. We do stipulate that he owes that amount. There is a question of how that should be paid back. That's one of the things for you, but we do stipulate to the amount that he owes. And there is two different numbers that we're going to stipulate to. And the issue, Your Honor, is the retro. And I've given them two different numbers based on two different time periods. We're fine on those numbers, but it's just you deciding whatever one it is. Based on them being separated from September through March, the retroactive child support amount, giving Mr. Amaya credit for two money orders that amount to $600 would be $2,788. And based on Mr. Amaya saying that he would only owe for January and February, which is 2 months, that would have been $600, and giving him credit for the $600 money order, $1,200, and giving him credit for the $600 money orders, that leaves him with, in his $600 in retro. Because we're here today, the issues
okay, go ahead.
The issues are the retro, the time period. They both say two different times that they separated. They both stipulate that he has given her the $600 in money orders total. She says they separated. He moved out in August, so it'll be from work. That calculation is from September through March.
Wait, okay, hold on a second. September through March. March is when the temporary orders was entered. Is that?
Yeah,
correct?
March is when the temporary orders were entered in March, and his first payment was due in April.
Okay, and this is September 2020
Yes, Your Honor, September of 2020.
to March 2021.
Yes, and Mr. Amaya's contention is that he moved out in November of 2020, and he also contends that she had access to some of his money, which she disputes. But they can get into that in testimony, Your Honor. But
all right. So the amount would be $2,788 if, in fact, the evidence proves that they were separated from September 20th to March 21.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, if they separated November to March 21, is there an agreed amount, or at least what would the retro be if in fact there had been no payments?
If there had been no payments.
But there is a stipulation that there were two payments, Your Honor.
Okay, well, okay, deducting those two payments.
Okay, give me a second, Your Honor, because I have to go back and do a different calculation because I just did it based off.
And Mr. Garza, is that $2,788 inclusive of those two payments?
Yes.
In other words, that's a net amount?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to get it all straightened out of my mind.
Yeah, you have to be a quick study on that seat, Judge.
Well, it's sometimes the attorneys think that the judge already knows what they know. Because they've been talking about it so long.
For
That's right.
2 hours already.
Okay, so Ms. Parker, so what is then the net alleged amount owed if the separation was in fact November 20th, November 2020?
If it was November 2020 and we did it at for 4 months at the 600, it would have been $2,400, and subtracting the $600 is $1,800.
$1,800 flat, right?
Yes, $1,800 flat.
Okay.
Okay, Ms.
Mr.
Park,
Garza?
okay, I believe that's incorrect. The $600, that was just an amount that we offered.
No,
The-
that was the amount of what, that's not incorrect because that's the amount of what the child support would have been for those months. It
You
would have
get-
been $600, would not, you don't include medical support, so it would have been $600. That's the
But you-
amount that the child support would have been.
Okay, but you told me it was 486 as net income.
That's now. That's now. I'm not talking
No,
about that. I didn't tell
you-
you that. I told you. I never told you 486. I never gave
40,
you 40.
okay, you gave me 521 for 16 weeks, 821 for 14 weeks. And
Yeah.
you said the net income is 486. And that's
Mhm.
how we got this 2788. You said 486.
I said
480
480. That's 484 for that. That's that whole time period. But now we're talking about a different time period. We're only talking. That's for the whole 7 months. Your whole thing is not 7 full months.
Okay.
And
so-
during that time, he was getting the 821.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Just to
yeah.
kind of clear that up. So for
Yeah.
the 4 months, he was getting the higher amount
Yes.
at 821.
Yes.
And then you calculate child support.
Just the child support, not including the medical, would have been $600 a month for those
Okay.
for that time.
Which even more than the temporary.
Yeah, because in the temporary you include the medical, but you don't include medical when you calculate retro.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Are we straight on these figures so far, Miss Rosalind?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So far, these are everyone's stipulations, and we're now trying to determine how much retro child support is owed, if any. Correct?
Yes,
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's going to depend on date of separation, is all?
yes, that's it.
All right. So date of separation really is the issue.
That's correct.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm going to reserve my questions for after they've already questioned because this is their.
Who wants to start here? Mr. Garza or Miss
We're the
Rosalind.
respondents. We'll wait, Your Honor. We'll wait.
All right, Miss, go ahead.
All right. Antoinette, would you state your name for the court, please?
Antoinette Gutierrez.
And you're the mother of the child?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
You understand the issue today is that before the judge is when the day of separation between you and Mr. Amaya. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
All right. And when did Mr. Amaya and you separate? What
In
month?
August 2020.
All right. And after that time, did he come back and spend the night sometime?
No.
Was he there for his child's birthday in October?
No.
Yes, I was.
Sir, nobody's talking to you right now, Mr. Amaya.
No.
You'll have an opportunity to say something, but please keep silent while this trial is proceeding.
Yes, sir.
All right. Antoinette, was Mr. Amaya there for Thanksgiving?
No.
Was he there for Christmas?
No.
Did he spend the night at all after the day in August that he left?
No.
All right. Did y'all have to ask you a sort of a personal question? Have y'all had any personal relations
No.
since August? All right.
Not at all.
All right. And so you're asking the judge to give you retroactive child support back to the August date of separation. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right.
I have if I can ask something, I'm not sure if I can I?
No, ma'am.
I'm not.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, we're talking about a 2 months different. Is that correct? On dates of this child support's due?
As if I may state something, Your Honor, there is a 2 months difference as to the date of separation, but my client also his position is that during the month of November and
That he
December
contributed some money.
that he contributed,
Okay,
but she also had access to the unemployment debit card. He did not get
okay,
the unemployment
all
card until
all right.
January.
Okay,
There's-
okay.
there's a-
I was just trying to establish that there is actually a 2 month difference. Plus there may
Actually,
be some contributions, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I think it's a 3 month. If he left in October, excuse me, in August, and he's claiming he left in November, isn't that 3 months?
It wouldn't,
September, October.
if he lived there in August, then it would start in September. Like if he lived
The
there
child
in,
support would begin September.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay. So
all
that's
right,
really just a 2 month difference. Okay.
okay. I'm gonna ask my client another question.
Yes, go right ahead.
Antoinette, did Mr. Amaya give you any money during the period from August to March, other than the $600 we've already given him credit for?
No.
Okay, did he give you any cash? Did he give you?
Okay.
All right, there was some unemployment check that came to the place where you live. Is that correct?
Incorrect. His unemployment came on his card, which he had. I never had that card. He took the card. The card that he's talking about in January is a replacement card that he had. So because the daycare had took a charge up of $150, so he wanted a new card, and he switched over and got him a new card.
Okay,
Is
so
what he did.
you didn't get any financial remember anything from him financially on this
No.
card that he's talking about?
No,
And this
no, he
card
had
has to
his
do with
card.
his this has
Correct.
to do with his unemployment that he's getting.
Correct.
All right, all right. All right. I pass the
It's-
witness.
Okay, Mr. Garza, you have any questions of Ms. Gutierrez?
Okay. Ms. Gutierrez,
Hold on one second. I need to disconnect my AirPods. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Because I could barely hear you. Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Gutierrez, where do you live at?
758 Rutgers Lane.
Okay. Is this the same location that you lived in August of 2020?
Yes.
And is it an apartment or is it a house?
It's a house.
Okay. And do you own or do you rent?
It's in both. Well, it's in Julio's name, but he signed over the deed to me.
Okay. So you own the house?
Well, yes. Now I do.
Okay.
It's deeded to me.
Okay. And in the going with the date that you say that he left the house, do you have any documentation showing that he moved out?
I don't, but I think I don't have documentation, but I'm not aware when I filled out the application for child support. But we had a meeting with the child support way before November. That's when he requested the DNA. So he was already out the house, and I'm not sure when that child support meeting was. So when he spoke to the child support office and we both had this the mediation meeting, he was already out the house, and it was way before, if I'm not mistaken, when they ordered the I don't know the date of the when they ordered the DNA. He stated to the child support office that he wasn't living there. We did the DNA in November.
Okay. Do you text Mr. Amaya regularly?
Sometimes, I mean, on the weeks that he has his child, my son.
Okay. I want to show you if I can share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I'm trying to share a screen, Judge, and it says that I'm disabled to share a screen. Is there a way I can share my screen?
Don't ask this computer nincompoop.
Okay. Maybe. Well, let me just ask you. Um, did you send Mr. Amaya a text on November the 11th at 12:25 p.m. regarding child support?
Maybe, I don't know. Tell me. I don't
Okay.
remember.
I'm gonna read this to you and see if you remember sending this text. What gets me is that I'm not asking for anything that isn't legally due to Junior.
Mm-hmm.
So you went and got a lawyer for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
not asking for back pay because you don't owe it,
Mm-hmm.
just asking for child support and medical to make sure Junior is taken care of.
Correct. I did.
Did you make that text? Did you send that
Yeah,
text to me?
that was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me finish reading the text. You're the one making it more. Show them this because I'm not out to F anyone over.
That's true. And I'm not trying to F anybody over, but just because I said that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that
Okay, ma'am.
that I can't speak my mind.
Ma'am. He's just asking if you sent that text, I believe.
I did.
You
Okay.
you did. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll pass the
What
witness,
is?
Your Honor.
Well, okay. Well, what was the purpose? Okay.
The purpose was that in November, she's making a statement that he doesn't owe her any retroactive child support. That was what the text said, that you don't owe me anything retroactively.
Okay, I'll come back and ask her a
Sure.
question, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
and
Well, wait a
and
minute. Wait a minute. We need to give Ms. Parker an opportunity. Do you have any questions, Ms. Parker?
Yes, I do. Miss Gutierrez, when you sent that text in November, had you already come to court to discuss child support or no?
Not court, we went to mediation, and that's when he requested it wasn't in November, he requested the DNA.
Okay, and have your circumstances changed, your financial circumstance or anything
They have.
changed since
have.
then?
They have.
And
So what? I'm sorry.
And just to confirm, has he given you any other money besides the $600 money order?
No. And
And
circumstances have changed with my son as well.
okay, Your Honor, I have no further questions for her.
Okay.
and
Rosalind?
and Antoinette, what circumstances have changed since that text back in November?
Due to COVID, they switched me off of salary and put me on commission. So I'm part commission, and the rest in the commission is a very low salary. So that I'm part commission and then part salary. So we've been really slow. I'm in the oil and gas field. We've been very slow. As far as that, my son has had issues. I've had to take him to psychiatrists. I've had to put him on Abilified. I pay for the school that's $600 a month. Let me calm down because I don't understand why this is being such a problem.
Okay,
Yes, there's been
okay.
that changed in my life.
Let me ask you this. Okay, and your child is autistic, is that correct?
He is.
And he goes to a special school for autism, is that correct?
It's a special daycare, correct.
All right, and you've been taking him to a psychiatrist and the fee is not paid by Medicaid, is that right?
Correct.
Is this,
right.
Miss Rosalind, is this helping me decide what the date of separation is?
No, it's showing her change in circumstance to make from the November text that they were talking about. But we're done if you're done.
Okay. Mr. Garza?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no further questions for Mrs. Gutierrez.
All right. Ms. Parker, do you have any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Rosalind, do you have any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Garza, do you have any further witnesses?
I call Mr. Amaya, Your Honor.
All right.
Mr. Amaya, can you tell me when you moved out of the house with Ms. Gutierrez?
Yes. Okay. Here's the situation.
No, sir.
I
No,
work
sir.
a lot
No,
of.
sir. No, sir. No, sir. Listen to me.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to
Okay.
answer the question. You'll have, your attorney
Okay.
will have
Okay.
plenty of
Okay.
time to explain things, okay?
Oh, okay. Okay. I understand. I understand. Okay. I moved out in the beginning of November.
Okay. And moving out in the beginning of November, did you ever return back to the house where Mrs. Gutierrez lives?
No. No.
Okay. And from November and December and January, did Mrs. Gutierrez have your unemployment card?
Yes.
Okay. And the unemployment card is where they put your unemployment money as a deposit and you use that card as your funds, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And when did you get your unemployment card sent to you?
I believe in January.
Okay. So your statement is that Mrs. Gutierrez had your card in November and December?
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah, she had it. She had it in November, and I canceled it.
okay. And they send you a new card?
Yes, I didn't receive it till January.
January. Okay. Now, for the months of August, September, October, November, and December, did you provide any cash payments to Mrs. Gutierrez?
Yes,
Okay.
I was living there.
Okay. Did you provide a cash payment to a third party that was delivered to Mrs. Gutierrez, the cash payment?
Yes, it was a money order.
Okay.
It was $300.
Okay. And who did you give that money to?
I gave it to one of my nieces,
Okay. The name of your niece?
Yesenia Castillo.
Okay. And was that money delivered to Mrs. Gutierrez?
Yes.
Objection,
Okay.
lack of
Hold
personal
on.
knowledge.
Let me interrupt here. Is there any dispute? I mean, I thought that was settled. That if they separated in November, he owes $1,800. If they separated in September, he owes $2,788. That includes the $600 payment, right? I mean, everybody's stipulated to that, correct, Mr.
Right.
Garza?
There was a stipulation to the $600 two payments of $300 each to money orders, but my client says that he also gave her cash, and that's I guess what I'm trying to inform the court that those two money orders of $300 each was stipulated to, but he's also saying that I also gave her cash, and there was no stipulation to those amounts.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
So
So
we stipulated to the money orders. So let's move on from that.
okay, thank you, Your Honor. Okay. Mr. Amaya, did you make any payments to the school from August of 2020 through the end of the year?
Yes.
What months did you pay the school?
I paid for I think November and December. I paid for both months. You know, like we were supposed to be going half and half, so we paid both months. And I don't have the receipts on me, but I mean, I have them at home.
Okay. And did you pay, this is the school that the child goes to?
If I paid visits?
No, this is the school that the child is enrolled in?
Yes. If I pay visits over there?
No. I'm asking.
Well, I pick them up when it's my turn.
Mr. Amaya,
Yes.
wait.
Yes.
You need to listen to the question.
What is the school's
Okay,
name? What is the school's name that the child goes to?
Kids Developmental School.
Okay. Did you make a payment you said you made a payment in November and you made a payment in December?
Correct.
Okay. How much did you pay in November?
300.
And how much did you pay in December?
300.
And those payments were directly paid to the school?
Yes, correct.
And you made those payments because it was an agreement between you and Mrs. Gutierrez to pay half
Yes,
the amount of
correct.
school?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Did you make a payment to the school in January, February, or March?
Yes.
How much did you pay in
I paid,
January?
I paid $300 every month.
Directly to the school?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Maya, do you have any written documentation that you moved out in November?
No.
Did you hire movers?
No.
Did you lease an apartment?
No.
Where did you move to in November?
I moved back to my parents' house.
Okay. Did they sign a rental agreement with you?
Yes.
You signed a written agreement with your parents?
Oh, no. We didn't do it like written agreement, but I mean, I paid bills.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
So,
Yes.
Mr. Amaya, you have no receipts for the cash that you claim that you paid my client, is that right?
No, because I was still living there.
And you have no receipts to show the judge for any of the payments that you made to the school either?
Yes, I have. I mean, not on me, but I have them at home.
The answer is yes or no.
Yes.
Have none. No, you have
Yes.
none to show the judge today.
No.
Okay. The special school that you and that your child is going to is not included in the child support calculations. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. So you only have we only have your word that you moved out in November and that only your word that you paid her cash. We only have your word that having to do with school payments. Is that correct?
Yes, and I have text messages.
Okay. I pass the witness.
Ms. Parker?
Mr. Amaya, when did you and Ms. Gutierrez make this agreement that you would pay half of the school?
When I moved out in November.
Okay, so when you were living together, you never paid anything for the school?
Yeah, when we were living together, we went half on everything. We were living together. We were a couple.
Okay, so you always went half on the school even before whether you moved out in August or you moved out in November?
No, when I was living there, I was pretty much paying everything. When I was living there, I was pretty much paying everything.
Okay, so you just said you were paying half, you both were paying half on everything. Now you're saying you were paying everything. But there was always an agreement there was always an agreement between the two of you where you were paying something for school, correct?
She always had my access to my card.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay, can you repeat the question? I didn't understand it.
Okay, you were always paying something for the school, even when you lived together, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and your child goes to this school because he has autism, correct?
Correct.
And your contention is that you've been paying this $300 for the school ever since you moved out.
Yes.
And you don't have any receipts.
Not on me.
And how do you pay, if you do pay this, how do you pay this money for the school?
Cash at the school.
And they give you a receipt?
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
Mr. Garza?
No further questions, Your Honor.
And Rosalind?
Not of this, of Mr. Amaya. I'd like to recall my client.
All right.
Antoinette, has Miss Antoinette, can you hear me? You need to unmute. Antoinette,
Okay, yes, I can.
All right. Has Mr. Amaya paid half of the school tuition of?
He has on, when we were together, the school would take out a week out of my card, a week on his card. When he left, then it stopped. He went, I sent in, when this all first happened, when we did the first mediation, I sent in a copy of the actual receipt. And I put on there which was my card and which was his card. But that had, that had been an agreement that had been done already. It was
Okay,
an
let me,
agreement after
okay,
we separated.
okay, after you, so when y'all were together, y'all went halfies on the child school. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And
Correct.
has he continued to pay half of it to
No.
today? Okay, so.
No,
Okay, when did he stop pay, what month did he stop paying the child, his half of the school?
he called the school actually, and he
What-
took his
what
card
month?
off the account.
What month?
I don't have it with me. I don't really remember. It might have been in October. Or yeah, it might have been in October when he called. Y'all, I don't know if
Okay,
y'all could pull it up, but I had emailed it, but I don't know which email I sent it to.
Okay, have you been making the payments to the $600 payments to the school since then?
Yes, yes, I've been making the payments. Yes.
All right, and he claims that he's been making half of those payments since he had left. Is that true?
No, he made 2 payments.
Okay, all right. Well, I pass the witness.
Mr. Garza?
Okay, Ms. Gutierrez, you said he made 2 payments. When did he make those 2 payments?
In I think November. I think it was in November. Or when, yeah, I guess, I'm not sure. I think it was in November.
And the second payment was?
I don't remember when he made that second payment.
But it was after the separation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so your testimony is that he's made 2 payments to the school after your separation with him?
Right.
Okay. Those 2 payments
That's in the amount of $150. Is it billed weekly?
Yes,
So it's $150
a week
each payment. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right.
So you're saying that he made an additional $300 payment or $300?
I know I did not say that. What do you mean, to the daycare? To the school?
To the daycare.
No, he did not. Whatever
Wait,
payment that he has
okay, I'm a little
received for-
confused here, Ms. Gutierrez. You said he made 2 payments after separation.
Mm-hmm.
So he made $300, a payment of $300 at some point after the separation. Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And was that, or do you know, was that through his card?
Oh, I don't know how he paid it.
You don't know.
Mm-mm.
But it had previously been paid by his credit card. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. When we were together, they would take a week off for me and a week off of him.
Yeah.
Then he called the school and took his card off.
Okay, Mr. Edson, sorry.
No further questions. Was just trying to clear that up, but I think you cleared it up.
Okay, that,
Yes, ma'am.
no further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Parker?
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Garza, you have any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm trying to, as you all are doing, trying to figure all this out. If Mr. Amaya says that they separated in November, why was there an order for parents testing filed November 4th? Before they separated, I suppose. You know why, Mr. Amaya?
Excuse me, what's the question?
Okay, if you separated, you said you separated in November.
I moved out in November.
Okay, so this court already had entered an order for parentage testing, November 4th.
Yes. Yes,
Doesn't
because
seem likely
when I,
that. Go ahead.
I was living there, you know, like during August and everything, and we were already having problems. So she had already requested I was still staying there, you know, because I was actually working out of town, so I was actually not living there, you know. But during that time, she had my card, right? So you know, I would only go over there and stay on the weekends. But it got really bad, you know. She had already requested, you know, like a child support, you know, but I was still living there. That's how come, you know, like that, you know, I guess that's how come the dates are messed up. But I ended up leaving like in the beginning, like either in the beginning. I'm not very sure on the dates. It was either towards the end of October or the beginning of November. But during that time, we were already having problems. But I was still staying there on the weekends because I was going to work out of town, and then on the weekends I would come home and I would stay there. But I mean, we were like legally, I mean, like we were like separated, but I was still living there on the weekends, and she still had my card. That's the situation.
And if you were paying the school by your credit card,
Yes, I canceled my credit. When I moved out, I canceled my credit card. I did not call the school and remove it. I canceled it because she still had it.
all right, and you didn't get another one?
Yes, I got another one all the way to, I had to wait till January.
Okay. And so
I had a hard time getting my card because when I moved
okay,
out.
all right,
Okay.
wait a sec. So you said you paid cash to the
Yes.
school in February and March after you had the card. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
But you did not give Mr. Garza any of your receipts.
No, because I didn't know that was gonna come up, and you know, like I've been paying her child support right now, and I thought, well, right now, I mean, I thought that was taken out of my child support, you know, what I've been paying now.
All right. Any final argument, Miss Roslyn?
No, Your Honor, I think you've heard it.
Mr. Garza, any
No,
final
Your Honor.
argument here? And Miss Parker?
Your Honor, yeah, there's one other thing where they have there's the $245 that are Mr. Amaya's portion of the medical bills. Miss Gutierrez would like him to just give her a money order for that. Just give her a money order for that amount, and he would like to send the money order to the state disbursement unit. So we need you to decide where if he can just give her a money order, it'll just be in the order either way. But he would like to send it to the state disbursement unit.
But it's agreed that $245 is owed. Is that correct,
yes.
Mr. Garza?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So why can't you, Mr. Amaya, send a money order to Ms. Gutierrez?
I mean, because I really don't want to see her.
And you don't have
Honestly.
to see her. You can mail it to her.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that because they were saying before. They were saying that she had received it before July the 1st. I just didn't. If that's enough time, that's fine. I'll mail it to her.
Your Honor,
right.
he's going to pick up my son this weekend, so he can always send it back in his backpack this weekend.
There
So
you
he
go.
doesn't
Oh,
have
okay,
to
yeah,
be-
that's fine too.
That's the easiest
Yeah, that's
way.
fine too.
All right, let's do that then. All right. You know, this is very confusing with no receipts, no, proof of move out. I see a DNA order for parents testing filed November 4th. I don't understand why that would be filed before he moved out. Yeah, before he moved out. I'm sure it would be after he moved out.
Your Honor, may I
I
speak?
mean, it would have been before he moved out. Then somebody would have requested DNA testing. And for the record, who requested the DNA testing?
I
Mr.
did.
Hon-
Father did. You
Yes,
had
the father
doubt.
did.
You had a doubt whether you were the father of this child.
Yes. Can I speak?
5
No.
years later. Okay. All right. That's just going to be a. All right, the court awards of retroactive child support judgment in the amount of $2,294 to be paid at the rate of $50 a month beginning July 1st, 2021. All other stipulations are approved.
Right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you said $2,294, correct?
Correct. You're excused now. You're in order. Thank you.
All right, so everyone can head back over to the other Zoom so we can just get the order signed and then you should be able